Hello and welcome back to Trails Through Daybreak. So in the last episode, we looked around the city after the intermission started, which clearly showed Long Lie, and the name of I believe the name of the intermission was given to us. No, it wasn't. Well, it was. It was like a mysterious something in Long Lie, so we're going to Long Lie. That's about all we know. So we looked around the city. So far, we've done Old Town, Riverside, and Station Street. We're going to look around the rest in this one, and then hopefully...
Taking off now.
Hopefully I have time for side quests. It really just depends how many NPCs there are. Hey, did you hear about Buzz Raider? I haven't yet, but my friend told me about Judith Lanster. At first I was shocked by it, but the more I think about it, maybe it makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, totally, I hear you. Jesus. Okay, now we're not on auto. Judith Lanster sure is famous, getting people to talk about her as much as they do. I feel like I've been hearing her name come up an awful lot the past couple of days. I know, I wonder if something happened to her. What, feeling a little concerned for her? I suppose so. It's hard not to worry when people are speculating about her so much. Are you a fan of hers, Agnes? I am, but that's not the only reason I'm concerned in this instance. Those two were discussing the contents of Buzz Raider, yes. I've seen that magazine on newsstands from time to time. Yeah, it's something of a rival to Meld, the place that Dingo works for. Buzz Raider's got more of a dicier rep by comparison. Got to take their stories with a couple grains of salt and then some. But it's always possible those guys manage to actually dig up some sort of scoop about Judith, for better or worse. If you guys are that curious, we can always buy a copy at the bookstore. You can consider it another way to gather intel. You rely on even tabloids to gain information? Is that really such a good idea? Don't get me wrong, about 90% of what they publish is bullshit, but it ain't smart to write off rags like that altogether either. I just want to know if something happened to her at the very least. Hopefully Buzz Raider can explain what. Let's go ahead and swing by the bookstore later to pick up a copy. It doesn't hurt to check it out. Is that a different book? Well, I guess it would be. We got the Tyrell Times. Can we actually, read? Or is that... Oh, it's probably a okay. It's not just optional buy a book. Okay. I had a feeling people were in a weird frenzy this morning, but I didn't think the reason was because of some celebrity scandal. Part of me wants to write all of that off as just dumb noise, but between you and me, we do have some investigators in our ranks who are playboys. If someone on the force ended up on a tabloid, I'd probably take it a little more personally. We are talking about colleagues here after all. Still, I don't know if Buzz Raider's doing themselves any favors by attracting so much ire. They're playing with fire, if you ask me. They end up getting raided because of something dumb they did. I hope that I don't get roped into it, but knowing my luck... Karen tries to act like she isn't bothered, but she is. It's written all over her face. Not that I mind if she is. I just wish she'd put it off to the side while we're supposed to be out patrolling. Anyway, you can be sure we'll keep a sharp eye out so no trouble slips past us on our watch. Can't have you guys hogging all the glory. Good. Judith Lanster and Maxim what's-his-name are an item now? For real? Talk about eerie. What the heck happened? Was she crying about losing the Best Actress award and then he pounced or something? I don't know about that. I get you're shocked, but I wouldn't jump to conclusions if I were you. It was Buzz Raider who broke this story. They're a pretty nasty bunch. Every talent agency out there blacklisted them for a reason. Not to mention, this is pretty sensitive stuff we're talking about here. The line between a celebrity's private and public lives is hazy. Huh, you actually sound like you know what you're talking about for once, Peter. What gives? Did you eat something weird today? Oh, did you not know? Then again, Peter's not one to really bring this kind of thing up. Anyway, I know he doesn't look it, but his dad's the president of a talent agency. He's practically an entertainment nobility. Oh, damn. Did you knock it off about my looks? Sorry, I'm not as hot as I'm supposed to be, I guess. I didn't mention it before because I'm not in the best terms with my dad. I only brought that up that other stuff because I thought you two should know. No way, Peter. Does this mean that you get to hang out with celebrities as much as you want? I don't want to talk about it. Think whatever you like. Did San really not know about it? I could have sworn I told her at least once before. Huh. Yeah, a lot of people don't actually listen when you talk to them. That's just the world. I had no idea Peter was the son of an entertainment company president. That's so hilarious. I don't get that vibe from him at all. But I guess it kind of makes sense the more I think about it. That'd explain why he knows some such specific stuff. I gotta give him credit though. He doesn't really brag about it or anything at all. He's a pretty good guy. How do you feel about him? Peter's so bad at being direct that it always gets him into trouble. When it's not making him late, it's causing him problems for it with his dad. We could have put this behind us a lot sooner if he'd just come out and told us what he needed to. What? What? What is she talking about? Instead, he gets all sheepish and makes everything worse. What? That has nothing to do with the conversation we heard, right? I don't know. Huh? Maxim did what to Judith Lancer? I know people said he is a womanizer, but I thought he was still a good guy deep down. Guess not. What a bummer. Maybe it's just a bunch of haters trying to spread lies about him. No, probably not. I feel so let down. Oh man. The power of believing anything online. I guess this wasn't online, in the paper. Whoa, did Judith Lancer and Maxim, Luke, and really? No. What am I doing? I can't be bothering customers like this. They're here to relax. Maybe I'll buy a copy of Buzz Raider on my way home, though. Well, it's working. They're getting plenty of sales. It can't be easy being famous. I couldn't say whether or not that article has any merit. However, what I can say is that when Judith visited our cafe some time ago, she was pleasant to serve, a perfectly normal woman. Fame certainly has a way of making a victim of one's own success. It's unfortunate when it means someone can't carry on a normal life, truly.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. We await your next visit.
I can't believe how worked up everyone in the city is getting over such salacious news. Something like that would be inconceivable back in the Central East. I'm glad my son is at Sunday school at least, so he isn't exposed to any of this. They didn't do anything. They were talking underground. Like, what did Buzz Raider say? I really don't want our son hearing such lowbrow talk from other people. It just wouldn't be good for him. They must have lied. Like, if they wrote what they saw, then they'd... That's interesting. Not used to seeing him hang out by the windows all that much. Indeed he does. Though cats can be such fickle creatures by nature, I'm sure you all know. Nevertheless, seeing him in such high spirits always puts me in a good mood as well. I'm happy when he's happy. Weren't the cats all like looking at the sky at some point? For some ominous reason. Fee! Good to see you're doing great, Julian. It sounds like things are going well over at Armis, too. Yep, I see you haven't changed a bit either. I know you're always busy, but I hope you have time to coach me again sometime soon. That'd be really great. Sure, I can do that. Can't really say no when it's you. Maybe I'll see if I can get Elaine, Lahad, Alvis, and Regina to join us. Make it a whole get-together. That sounds less like a get-together and more like a recipe for an incident, if you ask me. Not to change the subject, but you two know each other? I didn't realize that. Yeah, he goes to Thor's military academy. He's a member of Class 7 there? To be exact, just like I was. Holy shit. I never would have. So the new... Wait. You're saying he goes. Why is he... What? Why is he here? She went before I attended, but she and the other members have still done so much for me. I wouldn't be the man I am today without all the guidance from my awesome instructor and the other graduates. Wow, that's amazing. When you say instructor, you don't happen to mean... Well, I'm sure he does mean the big hero of the war. This kid just gets more and more intriguing the longer we talk to him. I know I'm not one to talk, but it's safe to say everybody who comes out of Class 7 is unique, to say the least. Anyway, I'm sure we'll run into each other a lot while you're here. If anything comes up, feel free to hit me up. I'll be happy to listen. Hold on. All right, I will. Thanks, V. Good to see you. So, obviously, Yuna, Altina, Ash, and Muse are... Oh, and Kurt. Obviously, that group must be done. They were graduating before Reen visited Long Lie. Or no, he's like, I can't believe they're graduating this year or this month. Laura! That looks like Laura, but it's not. Gloria. Oh. I was just hoping Laura might have, started an acting career for some odd reason. So the next group of students would have came in. That means it's been about 3 years, right? I believe it's been 3 years. They mentioned it. I don't know. I want to hear more about this. It's just weird to think that there's a new Class 7 that... I don't know. I really owe a lot to the older members of Class 7, especially Fee. She gave me a ton of useful advice when I first came to the Republic to study abroad. Instructor Reen pushed me to come too. I wouldn't be here without him. All the more reason for me to succeed so I don't let people like him down. You just became a lot more interesting, sir. I got a soft spot for Julian since we come from the same school and all, so I suppose I can give him a little coaching. Maybe I'll see if I can get Elaine, all of those people to join me. Make it a whole get-together.
Very well.
The paparazzis are saying Judith Lancer and Maxim Lugan are a thing, huh? Ha! Give me a break. When you've been in the entertainment business as long as I have, you develop a pretty good instinct for what's legit and what's total crap. But it doesn't always take someone like me. Anyone who's been following both of their careers will tell you them getting together is a stretch. The thing about entertainment is you're selling your name and reputation. Unfortunately, some people make their money by misusing it. Yeah. Entertainment's a dirty business. You're selling people's names and looks when you get down to it. Pretty rich coming from a fashion scout, I know. The problem is, once there's a value to your name and face, people can take them and come up with whatever crap they like to make me around. Put it another way, gossip rags like BuzzRaider are dependent on their subjects' notoriety. It's the only way they make a living.
Indeed.
Yeah, I just don't know why people actually care to read that stuff. I don't care who's in a relationship. It means nothing to me. Phew, I finally finished reading my copy of Perfect Crimes by Perfect Perpetrators. I feel so strange. Why do I have this sense of loss now that it's over? Yeah, I wonder if they're going to put out a new edition or sometime. I need to contact the publisher and find out. What was the book? Oh yeah. All the normies are getting up in arms about some scandal going on, but me, all I care about are crimes. The bigger the better. Yeah. There you go. I wonder if they're going to put out a new edition of Perfect Crimes by Perpetrator. I should contact the publisher. Everyone's tail end of their sentence is just repeating the beginning of their conversation. Yeah, okay. I wonder if my sister cares about what's been happening with Judith Lancer. I'm worried one of the editors is going to ask me to write a story about that, and I really, really don't want that to happen. At some point, everybody at the company's taken to calling me a super gopher, and I want them to stop already. Is it in your contract that you just have to do everything they say? Or were you supposed to work for a specific section? Because I'd just turn them down and be like, you hired me to do this, not everything for you. And then he loses his job because that's how companies work. They're terrible. That stuff up in Basel the other day sure caused me some problems. All of my contacts in Parliament have refused to speak with me recently. The CID has likely been pressuring them to keep quiet on recent matters. Well, it probably isn't just them. There's a lot of red flags about all of that, between Professor Cronkite being reassigned and Vern's board of directors getting shaken up. Well, if my sources won't speak up, then there isn't much I can do except wait and see how things unfold. When you go about this job the way I do, making compromises with the people you're dealing with is the price you have to pay. Sure.
Muriel's got the day off today. She said she was going out to lunch with somebody, I think. Wait a minute. Could it be who I think it is? Oh, I'm crossing all my fingers and toes for her. Go get him, girl.
Okay, there's a relationship I care about. It needs to happen. It sounds like Dingo's actually being a little nicer to her finally.
Hey, how about some...
There's a new movie.
Love is a lot like sweets when you think about it. It comes in all kinds of different shapes and flavors. Just take Judith and Maxim, or Maxith, as people call him.
Oh no.
On the outside, they might look like a really sweet, lovey-dovey sort of couple, but you can't just make a good sweet by piling sugar on top of more sugar, and my gut tells me that's exactly what those two have going on. It might give you a sugar rush at first, but sooner or later you'll get tired of it and it'll all come crashing down with a nasty stomachache.
Sure.
Thanks for shopping.
Maxith. I don't like it.
How about some...
Nope.
Welcome to... Dang it, I choked on some popcorn and my throat still hurts. Sorry about that, but who wouldn't choke after hearing about such a big scandal?
Indeed. Hey there. What'll see ya?
You don't sound like you're struggling to talk there.
Hey, Agnes. What is it? Never mind, it's nothing. Glad to see your work's going well. Stay safe out there, all right?
Am I seeing things, or is this kid starting to change his tune?
Yes, he and I had a bit of a talk after our trip to Basel. He should fully understand now that I'm proud to be working with you and that nobody's forcing me to do so.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I didn't know you told him that, but still. There's always a chance that something could still happen to Agnes. I need to be ready to protect her at a moment's notice. I don't know if that talk was all that effective, Agnes. Sure it was. He just needs a little more time to accept it, that's all. When I agreed to tag along with Odette on her cafe hopping trip, I didn't expect to end up at a place like this. It's pretty calm and relaxing, I'll admit. Definitely a good place to do some thinking. Hey, listen, Agnes, just try to stay out of danger, all right? If you run into any problems, you can always come talk to us. You know that, right? I finally found that roaming cafe that everyone's been talking about. I love me a good cafe, so when I heard about it, I knew I had to come see it. Turns out it's just as nice as everyone says. The drinks are to die for. It sounds like it was worth the trip. I'm happy for you, Odette. I can tell you're busy right now, but don't forget to take a break yourself when you can. Oh. This is a cute little place. Also, Chino's drinks are killer. I love it here. Albert doesn't seem to be having as much fun, though. I think I'll give him some space. Our student council work has kept us really busy, so I was hoping he could take this chance to rest and relax. It turns out that these two are Agnes's classmates.
She's right here.
They mentioned that they enjoy visiting cafes, so today I'm gonna do something a little different and serve up cappuccinos for a change.
Oh.
I can only imagine how busy student council work must be. Hopefully they're able to relax and unwind a little while they're here. No, I'm sure they will. Nothing beats your place when it comes to that. Take good care of them for me, all right, Chino? All right, I promise they'll get my absolute best service and then some.
Hello. Thank you.
I can't imagine student council work as anything at all. Just based on my own school. We did nothing. Just sat in a room. youngins won't stop hammering on about that scandal Judith Lanster found herself in. An actor's job is to act out stories, not be a paradigm of morality. But young people these days want them to be as pure as the driven snow. I can't understand it. As if that weren't bad enough, I hear there are entertainers called idols, selling themselves on that exact hogwash. How embarrassing. This man is so done with life. I've had a handful of chances to talk to Judith Lanster, including when she came to our theater to promote Golden Blood. Though I may not know her well, it saddens me to see her go through such a tremendous scandal. Tremendous. I suppose these moments come with fame, such as hers. It's becoming quite the headache for us, too. Now we have people inquiring about the matter to us. Putting all of that nonsense aside, this week's top recommendation has to be, without a doubt, Gloria, Dawn of the Revolution. It's a biographical film about Sheena Dirk. Ooh. Portrayed by none other than Nina Fenley. Oh. Yeah, it did look like her. Who's sort of at the center of attention these days. Although some objected to a person of Eastern heritage playing such a role, I'd say she was born to play the part.
There's a rumor going around about a particular actress. It's caused quite the stir around the city. I don't really know that much about the situation. We do sometimes greet the actress in question, but it's not as though we're acquainted with her. So we can't say whether or not it's true. We just don't know any of the facts. There are no facts. On another note, we're showing Gloria Dawn of the Revolution this week. Shocker, I know. The casting of Sheena Dirk was controversial when it was announced. Some weren't keen on an Eastern woman playing the lead role. But any doubts were firmly laid to rest in light of Nina Fenley's acclaimed performance. She immersed herself in that role so thoroughly, it's little wonder she won Best Actress. Is that the only movie? Mitchie in boots? Uh-oh. Well, we've seen Perfect Driver too, so. Probably, I'm just gonna watch them both and reload. We'll see. A lot of the grown-ups are recommending Mitchie and Boots to kids, but they wouldn't be saying that if they saw it for themselves. Oh yeah, we get to figure out why Coolio's daughter is so scared. Did something happen to Judith Lancer? Why is everyone talking about her? Someone said she's making love, but I don't know what that means. I heard she does that in Golden Blood Director's Cut, so maybe that's what it is? Maybe. I don't know how they would come to that conclusion from the tabloids. Clearly, if they were just, writing the truth, there were two actors under a parking garage talking. That's all they saw. And then they ran out before anything could actually happen. Therefore, they ruined their story. They could have had a much juicier story if they would have waited. I can't believe everybody's saying that Judith Lancer and what they're saying about them. That sort of gossip's right up your alley, isn't it, Sloth? You bet your ass there it is. There are rumors flying around that Maxim was fooling around so much, the guy had mistresses all over the place. Nobody saw him begging Judith Lancer, though. Makes you wonder what fate has in store for such a power couple, don't it? Don't it? Sheesh, you're practically frothing at the mouth, man. Apparently it's not so credible. All this excitement will probably die down before long. Man, it's been a while since we had a celebrity scandal that happened that was this wild. If we combine that with all the other rumors, I got a feeling the truth will reveal itself. Sloth's always enjoying talking about scandals and stuff for some weird reason. I remember when some boxer got arrested for doing drugs. He kept going on and on about it being the dark side of the sports world or whatever. He was obsessed. If only I could get him to shut up. I hear ya. No, don't mind me. I was simply mulling over something. God, I love talking to him. It's like 2 lines. Something fishy about this whole scandal.
Perhaps I should report it to the elders. Ooh.
Do you know what you... I hope to see you again.
Alrighty.
Why? Something fishy. How would that relate to them in Hayaway? Great news. We've decided to open 2 new Kayun branches. We bought 2 properties, a building in Basildon that emptied out after the terrorist threats and an Anchorville storefront that got damaged last month. You can be sure we'll be making them special places to visit. Yeah, get that smug look off your face. These ventures of yours sound about as virtuous as Aaron. So why open stores in those places? Are you trying to keep an eye on Almada? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm only trying to spread the joy of authentic Eastern cuisine to more places. Mind you, the plan isn't set in stone. We got the properties for cheap, but depending on their condition, we might reconsider. After all, our organization is nothing if not flexible. We're good at thinking on our feet. I don't know, I think Anya's hit him on... for sure. We're very much interested in expanding into other regions. Depending on the condition, property, we may pull out. We'll just have to see. Miss Mao complimented me today. She said I'm doing a good job studying everything I need to know for this job. You can't work here unless you know your stuff, so I really hit the books when I was hired. How am I supposed to be a good server unless I know the history behind our dishes and what makes each of them so special? You never know when that knowledge might come in handy on the job. And she's a good employee. There's tons of different types of Eastern cuisines in the Republic, including some that originated elsewhere. The stuff we make is similar to what's served in Longport, but it came from the Far East originally. People there brought it here by sea routes. And there's other cultural stuff that came by land, including the idea of wabi-sabi, or beauty in imperfection. Oh. It's all so fascinating to me, and it makes me want to sit down and try all kinds of Eastern food. Okay. I'm glad you enjoy. We are done here. Okay. Seiden district. I can't imagine there's... I mean, that's... No. Yeah, this region isn't that big, or district. This one won't take too long, I don't think. Word on the street is Lugan's a bit of a playboy. Just rumors, of course, but something had to spread him. Something? That whole thing going on with him going after that actress kinda soured my opinion of him. He really built up this professional image on the track, but now he's gone and thrown it all away. What? You ask me, he should have stayed in his lane. People looked up to the guy, for crying out loud.
Not this way.
What do they mean? Like, oh my god, you ruined your life for having a conversation with Judith under the... Like, everyone's treating him like he's a criminal now. I just can't comprehend it. Like, I can't. I have no idea why people are acting like this. It actually seems like bizarre, like everyone's on drugs or something. Heard Almada was behind those terrorist attacks on Basel and Anchorville. Scum bastards. We've got to tighten up our security to make sure they won't weasel their way into Edith. I did hear, though, that it was a private company that got Basel back under control, and not the police. I can't complain as long as they're keeping the public safe, but I wish the force could have put on a better show there. Now, you had one cop in all of Basel. You guys again, sticking your nose in trouble, as usual, I take it. But, well, I guess that's not always a bad thing. I do owe you for Basel. We were just discussing our cleanup efforts and what we subsequently learned about the group's movements. Whoa, am I dreaming? I got props from a bracer and they're letting me in on some insider info? Oh, don't get ahead of yourself. I can't stop you from listening in on us when you're right there. Something tells me that cold shoulder's just for show. Even the guild has to admit you played a large part in Basel. We lost track of their airship, unfortunately, but we did manage to ferret out their other moves in the meantime. We've also been cracking down on their business ties and collaborators, which has helped us make numerous high-profile arrests. Yeah, that checks out. After the shit show in Basel, I bet the CID wants these guys gone. That's good to hear, but I'm still bothered that we have no intel on them in terms of motives or end goals. Yeah, and what's also weird is Meslodon's calmed down a lot. You'd think they'd be ramping up their activities there, right? The guild's trying to get to the bottom of that now. We want to figure out the impetus for that swing. Chief Roran has ordered us on high alert, in fact. Though that's just bureaucracy, really. At any rate, I do hope the guild takes our intel into account. Oh, we will. Hell, if we get info before they attack, maybe we can stop them from killing a ton of people. Wouldn't that be nice? Sounds like there's some tension between those two. I hope they can put that aside. Well, that was juicy. I'll have to keep an eye on how that all plays out. Yeah, I forgot she told him not to enter the crime scene, and he's like, "Bah, we're bracers, etc." And that was a direct shot at, we probably could have saved Professor Callahan if you let us in, or something, I don't know. Incidentally, our mutual friend has been in contact fairly regularly. I just hope they keep things under control on their end. I don't quite catch her drift there, but I guess something's keeping the CID busy. We've been doing our own investigation at the guild, plus prepping our own countermeasures against you-know-who. Feels like Elaine's been digging a bit deeper than the rest of us, though. Apparently, she's even doing her own research after hours. Talk about dedication. She needs to make sure she doesn't burn herself out. We haven't seen her in a while. Our ties with the CID, well, I wouldn't know much about that, honestly. All the groundwork for that was already laid when I joined. Though I know some of my fellow officers have some strong opinions about it. But Collardo has quite a few connections in the CID branch we work with. That's made things much easier. This is Collardo, right? I just want to call him Colorado. Honestly, though, with the uptick in fraud and scams lately, I feel like citizens aren't taking street smart seriously anymore. Never start your sentence with but or though if you're just starting a conversation. What do you mean, honestly, though? This is gonna sound a bit morbid, but those regular attacks back in the day made everyone more alert and aware of their surroundings, I feel. And I think with things booming the way they are, everyone's letting their guard down. Not to say things shouldn't be peaceful, it's just opening the door back up for lowlifes and gangsters to take advantage of people. Sure. I gotta talk to Painter. She's still hanging out over there? Yeah. A scam website. The mere thought just unnerves me. And I already had to swallow my pride and put in a request. Do I just have to hope someone takes it? I think that man might have put in a request. We'll get there. Eventually. Still a blank canvas. No, it just... no, this is mockery. This isn't the tower at all. That is nothing. You have nothing. Of course it's not the tower. I have to put my all into this. I must put the tower's mystique onto canvas, or that Imperial fop will have me beat at the concourse. I can feel burnout creeping into my body, but banish it. I can't give out until I've cracked the tower's code. Jesus. I hope the last time we talked to her, there's just at least a complete painting there. Please? Forgive me, young miss, I have failed you. I was entrusted with your safety, and I could not protect it. My only solace is that the president found an opportunity to show the young miss his love, that she's always in his heart, come what may. And I cannot express how deeply it moves me to be able to help them.
Do you need something?
No.
Please come again.
What did he mean by that? Did the... Oh, no, the dad just left the note that he found. Or the voicemail, not... I don't know why I thought he may have come back and saw her, but... thank you again for the other day, I mean. I'm sure Eddie would have kept me safe, but still. It was all worth it to find out that my father really does care about me. Looking at it like that, in the end, I think it ended up being a valuable experience for us all.
Okay.
That's true.
I think those two over there are on a blind date. See them over there? I'm gonna assume that. She looks like she hasn't gone on that many dates before. Kinda awkward-ish. But there's something cute about that. Him, on the other hand, that young man's got it all figured out. Just look at how he carries himself. A real cock-of-the-walk type. Even if they don't have the chemistry, it'll still be a good learning experience for her. It's nice to get out there. Is this what you do while you work? Wait, Miss Sonia, aren't you a teacher? Oh, wow, you're a teacher at Armis. That's incredible. Oh, it's really not a big deal. My career's only just getting started, even though I'm in my 30s. Nothing wrong with that. Your students are in good hands, I bet, with a teacher like you. I must say, you piqued my curiosity, my fair lady. What do you do when a particularly naughty student misbehaves? How do you rein them in? Well, I teach PE, so it's mostly just physical stuff. I call them out and have them do 30 laps around the grounds. But I've always got my trusty wooden sword on hand too, so as long as I don't go totally corporal on there. What? Oh no. Now I've gone and done it. I should have kept my stupid mouth shut. What's Miss Sonia doing here? Single and mingling, if I had to guess. Looks like it ain't going so hot, though. Yeah, I don't know. A wooden sword? Did I hear that right? I'm dead. I am slain. 3 months biding my time for a hot date, and I blew it. Adio, smite me. Yennefer. We're eyeing the global marketplace for our next step once we secure our footing here in Calvard. With that in mind, please do prioritize those bills and amendments when you secure the majority in the next election. We'll support you on our end however we can. Yes, fair enough. Your industry presents interesting opportunities for our party. It's time we embrace this new economic age. That said, you need to keep the bigger picture in mind. If you chase the short term, you may lose sight of the long term. We can't address your immediate legislative concerns, of course, but we should do so in a forward-thinking way, no? I understand that, but surely we can't overlook the short term. The market is awfully turbulent. We need to strike when the iron's hot. Incidentally, I do have these sweets from Quincy Bell if you'd like. And for your help, we'd be happy to welcome you to the Aljamera Hotel for some well-deserved rest and relaxation. I'll give it a rest, Yennefer. Retract that little offer at once, and I'll pretend I never heard it. You're a talented businesswoman. You should know better than to butter me up with cheap favors. You're right. I'm sorry. I got a bit too anxious there. I need to cool my head. Forgive me. Oh, man. Now, don't let anyone tell you Yennefer's a bad businesswoman, but she does tend to hyperfixate on individual issues over the bigger pictures. Until she can step back and look at broader problems, she'll find that it's difficult to work with people. I can't believe it myself. Did I really just try to do that? And how low will I sink if I don't put a stop to it? But I've made this bed, now I have to lie in it. Our actions at the bank have boiled down to winning the Republican Party's favor. If we were to convince them to amend those trade laws, the market would be all but ours after the next election. I guess I let that blind me. I have no idea what you're... I could care less about the politics. I care about the characters, but my God, do I not care about that. Our thanks for helping rescue Berzelia. And for all the trust Rumsfeld put into me, I let him and the young miss down. I brought shame to my post. I can't believe it all stemmed from their family dispute. How did things get so out of hand? I'll have to pay more attention to them going forward. If I weren't so impersonal, I might have been able to help her. At least you know now. Okay, now the people in the back alley. Oh, wait.
Welcome to Erland, sir.
First, her.
Carol's taking a break today. Evidently, there's something going on at the share house in Old Town. One look at her outfits lately tells me something's weighing heavy on her mind. I just don't know what. I pray to Arusha that whatever she's struggling with, she gets through it and finds her way. Wait, does Carol work here? What?
We have full confidence in our products.
I don't think Carol works here. No, that can't be right. Oh, Katra.
We await your next visit. Next visit.
I know. Katra, costume. That actually doesn't look too bad. I still like this hair. Yeah. I don't know. Who does this remind me of? I can't remember off the top of my head. There are far too many characters in Trails. It reminds me of someone, though. Stay away. There we go. Sasha got a ride to Aramis. She's playing ball up there now, but a few years back, she was here dominating these streets. I don't know who's all with you, but this'll be fun regardless. Been a while, hasn't it? And I've been needing a little challenge in my life too. Once this is all over, let's scrap for a bit for old time's sake. Damn, Sasha, you really grew up, didn't you? You rocked that uniform. Dumbass didn't know what hit him, not picking a fight with a firecracker like you. I think I'll watch this one and see if he learns a thing or two. I guess I see what Simon's getting at. She does have potential, but is it really worth tying up the court just for a one-on-one with some preppy Aramis kid? I mean, where's the fun in watching a schoolboy go up against our queen of the streets? We're one of the strongest teams around. People don't want to see us beating up small fry. They want to see a challenge. Hey, you guys are a little too into basketball. Wait, James is part of it? Hell do you want? Why do you drag me out here?
Oh, nothing. I just figured a match or two might change your outlook on things.
Huh? The hell are you talking about?
I can tell you've got a lot on your plate right now. A lot of things stressing you out. I've known you since before Ronald dragged you into this mess, after all. Even Ren is giving you props for trying to get yourself back on track, now that he's dropped out. But aren't you tired of all that work by yourself? It's okay to ask for help, you know. We can help you get back on the straight and narrow.
Get off your frickin' high horse. And you've got some nerve picking a fight you know you'll lose.
Oh, don't call me out just like that. I'm the captain of the basketball club for a reason. In fact, I'd venture to say I'm a better athlete than you in general. Pick a sport and I'll wipe the floor with you.
Come at me. And when I win, you get the hell out of my face.
Ooh. Up until April, James was hanging around with the punk named Ronald. Ronald dropped out, but James still covers for him. Well, I guess I can help him vent some of his frustrations at least. Might have to play a little rough with him though.
Well, he needs it. I'm so sick of looking at your face. Don't you dare bitch about playing rough, got it? I'm gonna whoop your ass and you're gonna like it.
Someone get through to him. Wow, a private school student playing here. You don't see that every day. It's nice to sit back and watch other people play every now and then. Looking forward to this one. Wow, she's good, really good. I hope I can play like that someday.
They haven't started yet. Okay. And over here, and then we're done.
Gonna eat something?
Hey there. You're just in time to try some of my new buckwheat soba. I got the real authentic stuff this time. Cray buckwheat just blows me away every time. I don't know how they do it. With Eastern imports getting harder to come by, Cray's really the only place to get authentic buckwheat.
Hey, welcome. Thanks, pal.
Okay. That is it here. Now we have Blacklight District, and then
Let's be on our way.
we could definitely do side quests, for sure.
I don't think I've seen you before.
We're gonna get attacked again, just randomly as we walk. It's basically Yakuza down here. You guys don't want to attack? My herbs get pretty good reviews. I promise you'll have a good time. Just take them into consideration, of course. And be careful who you do business with. Plenty of bad actors here in Edith who will sell you dirty stuff. It can get you in real trouble. For a while, I remember A was trafficking these shady steroids. Guys say it's real good when you take it, but it wrecks you in the long run. I'd steer clear of that stuff if I were you.
What will it be?
You don't have anything new,
I'll
unfortunately.
be seeing you.
Anyone back here? What the hell are you doing? I love that there's just a random NPC spying on this guy, and you can't talk to neither. It's just something happening. Interesting. Before I came here, I used to think the Blacklight District was the absolute rock bottom in Edith, just a terrible place. But living down here's changed my outlook. It's abrasive. Weird, definitely, but you know, it's kind of comfy. And I can take on clients at my own pace. I don't have to worry about the cops. Life here is good. It's in its own weird way. You just need street smarts down here. You gotta make sure you don't get tangled up with the wrong people. But hey, I can deal with that. Sure. Wait, wasn't she a shop before? Huh. Are the shops changing? Word on the street is the Big A is finally cooling off. It's been about a week, 2 weeks since they were last around. Maybe they're finally pulling out of Edith for good. And good riddance, I say. I can finally get back to business with them gone. I just remember there were these gangsters who came into my shop a while ago, looking for some strange antique. Hindsight says they might have been working for A. Makes you wonder who's been pulling the strings behind all this. Even I can't say for certain. Did you have this antique? It's definitely the Genesis.
I've got some fine wares for sale. Best come again soon.
Thank you, sir. We're done there. Today I mosey on up to Altair for a little business negotiating. I've got to set the stage just right. And that means triple checking my schedule, arranging gifts and favors, the whole 9 yards. Maybe I should include little notes too. New Year's is almost here. I'm sure they'd appreciate the goodwill. He sounds perfectly polite and thoughtful, but I don't even want to even think about what he'd put on those notes. Yeah, I feel sorry for the poor schmucks he's working with. Okay.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Wait, this is the same shop.
We await your next visit.
I wish the there's
Got a
Dingo.
minute?
I wish the weapon vendors didn't have the same system. It's like you only need to visit a weapon vendor. Huh? Who are you, lady? I've never seen you before. Lady? Are you talking about me? No, I'm a guy. Really? You're so pretty. I thought you were a lady. That's okay. Well, hey, will you hug me and pick me up, please? Sorry, I'll have to pass. This place just gets weirder and weirder. You'd think this kid would have learned to be more careful around strangers. He's really taken a liking to you, hasn't he? That's so sweet. Mr. Dingo knows so many cool stories. I want to be just like him when I grow up. I'm going to travel all over the world and meet a ton of people. I'm going to get everybody to give big old hugs. I'm going to give everybody big old hugs. Damn, not a peep from your channels, huh? That's pretty surprising. Sorry about that. All I can tell you is that it's not coming from Mezzledom. I don't know what specifically you're trying to dig up, but if you're going to try and find some other informants yourself, you better be careful. Now, hey there, Spriggan. Hey, Van. I didn't know you guys were down here. Doing a little onboarding for your latest hire, huh, it looks like? Kinda. No, he's just a temp. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Brad. My name is Katra Salesian. I've heard plenty about you from my colleagues. From what I gather, you've lent your talent to both the Institute of Science and the Vern Company on several occasions. Yeah, I exchange intel for their inside scoops every now and then. I scratch their back, they scratch mine. So wait, you're that kid that Hamilton... Is something the matter? What's up? Got word from the grapevine about him? No, not exactly. He just reminded me of an old scoop I'd forgotten about. Ooh. At any rate, I heard you pulled your own weight there in Basel. You're real impressive for a kid your age. If you can already hang with Van and his ragtag bunch, you'll do just fine at the Solutions office. Thank you. Of course, I'll pour all of my all into my work here. I'd heard he was handsome, but seeing him in person is really something else. I can see why Mr. Arkride and Miss Ayame placed their trust in him. I think you're perfectly handsome too, Van. It's all right, Agnes. You don't have to try and pity this poor old, ugly old geezer. Wow, I said old so many times. He's just too far gone. How about you, though? Out investigating something? I know you ran out on your date with your little gal pal. Oh, you ran into Mario, did you? Yeah, I had to scram, although I did recommend she hit the bathhouse, so her time wasn't a total wash. What's up? Sounded like you had some more to say. Is everything okay? Sorry, just lost in thought. I'm following a lead at the moment, nothing solid yet, but yeah. They might actually have to hit you up later, if that's okay. You might know a thing or two about it. Fine with me. You know my door's always open for you. Having a guy like you in my line of work is like a real cheat code. I'll always lend you a hand. Agreed. Please don't hesitate to come talk to us, especially now that we have extra hands to help. Thanks. I'll let you guys know if I end up needing outside help on it. Wonder what he's looking into. Not to change the subject, but it sounds like BuzzRaider beat you guys to the punch the other day. Oh, the thing with Judith Lancer? Yeah, that they did. Our editor gave me an earful about it. But, well, they beat us fair and square. Nothing I can do about that. Now we just have to wait and see if the report actually holds water. You said it. She's a ditz with capital DDs, double Ds. But I just don't see her pulling some midnight tryst for a dope like him. I can see him doing it, though. The horn dog. You got that right. I imagine the truth is somewhere in the middle, and we'll happen upon it soon enough. If there's anything this job's taught me, it's that the truth tends to show itself right when you least expect it. You might be onto something there. That's just your intuition talking. Or you keeping secrets again? Like with that kitty case back in spring. You knew what was up, and you still kept your mouth shut. I haven't forgotten that, you know? No, let go of that already. I just didn't want to interject myself in the whole debacle. Nothing more to it. Huh? Is it just me, or does Van seem to loosen up around him? They talk to each other like they're brothers. Indeed, I don't believe I've ever seen Mr. Arkride act in such a manner. Rather a change of pace. I believe Mr. Kincaid is older than him, too. He might be the youngest of his old friend group. But I guess he's close enough to Dingo that they talk more like brothers. Anyway, I've got a jet. I have some investigative work to wrap up this evening. You know, you guys have been really making waves with all the work you're doing. Just don't burn yourself out, okay? Same to you, pal. Work ain't everything, you know? Yeah. I was a Northern Jaeger in another life. That's the only reason I have any connections to at all. But I'm done with that business now. I only hear the occasional whisper from my friends in those circles. That's still valuable intel regardless, and it's good that you're sharing it. I try to do the same with my info so that we all benefit. Which I appreciate. You don't try to leech off of me like some other men do. At any rate, there's no going back where I came from. This is my home. I just have to find a way to hack it down here. I heard her mention the Northern Jaegers. That must mean she's Northumbrian. That place is still real poor for obvious reasons. They finally broke off from the Erebonia last year, but they ain't exactly had it easy since then. Another conversation? My hands are too dirty after all these years. A gal like me doesn't belong on the surface. And I couldn't go back to the Northern Jaegers even if I wanted to. They all broke up. I just gotta lie low and make it work down here. I just can't think for myself anymore anyway. Gotta take care of Yota too. Finally, they're done.
Don't take too long to decide. Come back soon.
They had so many lines. So many conversations there. Whew. This road seems to lead to the outside. Okay. If my math's right, then the warrant they have out for me should expire after 3 years. It's been 2 years since the stabbing, so just a little more time, and then I can leave. Leave and live a life full of love again. I'd really love to go up to a cafe on the surface and enjoy a nice drink. Oh boy. Soon I finally can. I just have to be patient and hang in there a little longer. There's so many scary people down here, and none of the shops here are all that trendy. It stinks, really stinks. I have to be patient. I can do this. I'm so close. I can taste the freedom to love whoever I want, however I want. Yeah, but then you're just gonna stab him, right? Oh, Hermes. Interesting.
Thanks for coming.
You're just gonna get out, stab someone, and be back down here right away. It's gonna happen. Oh wait.
Thanks, Arkride.
There's probably going to be an event for her, I would assume. Wait, do you have one right now? No. Vanta Claus? That's a good pun.
Strange posse you're running with.
Uh-oh, what's going on here? Those Almada bastards, they hit our hideout and nailed our top brass. Doc, you gotta come see them. They're on the outskirts of town. Real deep shit here. Outskirts? So he's not inside Edith proper. I can do house calls, but they don't come cheap. I want $1 million upfront per person, and then let's say $3 million for each treatment. How does that sound good to you boys? What? You want $4 million a person? You trying to bankrupt us, you money grubbing bitch? If you don't want to pay, fine. There are plenty of other doctors out there you can turn to instead. Take it or leave it, boys. This is an awfully tense place to be. You can cut the tension with a knife. Yeah, those mafia goons are always trouble. Just look the other way and move along. What? We're just gonna leave her? I get these sorts of clients all the time lately, though still not as much as before. Ever since Almada rose up the food chain, I've had their victims lining up for blocks outside my door. Can't help but wonder how much my services are really needed, though. I'm just some black market quack who's fallen from grace.
They're all specially made. Always be careful when and how much you use.
Who would they go to? All right, there's actually nothing here. Oh man, that fight looks like it's gonna be interesting. If only I could sit and watch them and they actively had a rotation there. That'd be a little too lively, though.
Hey, gorgeous.
I don't think they'd do it.
You stopping?
Candy. You know what's great about the Blacklight district? The sun never rises on this place. It's always nighttime down here, and that means party time. So sit that butt down and drink until you drop. And you're not the only one who's invited. All of you should stay here and have some fun. Take it from me, you'll be glad you did.
Indeed.
All my stuff is to... See you later, handsome.
It sounds like my kind of place, but not for the partying. I just can't stand daytime. I don't know why. I love daytime, but my body physically can't stand it. I just get so tired in the day. So tired. Hey there, come and have some fun. Come on and have some fun. Just don't get too naughty, all right? Well, thank you. I think it's been 8 years since I pretty much washed up here. Time really flies, doesn't it? I broke my back getting this far, but now I've got all this to show for it. I can count on my harem to get the job done. Oh yeah, this is the owner of that place. They're what keeps me around. I can't bring myself to retire from this business when I've still got all of them. And how could I ever forget Tracy? That man lives for his job. I can trust him with just about anything. He's reeled in some fine customers in his time, and that motivates me to keep this place a spick and span, so they all walk away satisfied.
Alrighty.
In a previous life of mine, I used to sell all kinds of stuff. Money was good, job was easy, and nothing felt better than swindling whatever poor bastard walked into my shop. I've been on something of a hiatus from all that, but I just love to get back into the swing of things given the chance.
Indeed.
Oh boy. Well, I'll be damned, Spriggan. Word on the streets, you folks have tussled with the Armada's crew out in Basel. Heh. Don't you play coy with me. You got the underworld talking. I heard even Marduk had to get their hands dirty. Hope you realize what kind of hornet's nest you've gone and shook. You ain't careful, you have a one-way ticket to an early grave.
What'll it be?
No, there's at least one more game. At least one more game. That's coming out February. Which will be great. I probably won't be starting that game until like March or April. Let me tell you, our girls here have the best hips you've ever seen, guarantee. Is that all you have to say? They know how to buck and twist just right. And the sound they make with those silky smooth... Wait, this is actually what he said last time. Doesn't that sound steamy? Come on and take a look. We're always happy to have... You said it.
Fantastic stuff, right?
Yeah, he says that every time. That's just the same line. I'm actually going to buy another one of these and probably give it to him, because that is very good.
Can't wait to see you.
Yeah. Over 10 strength. Where? Bunny strap. Got 41% crit. That's pretty good. All right. Is that it? We are done here. Let me check Dirk Memorial Park quick. You can't check the entrance. Okay, there's no enemies out here, and you can't actually... Why can't you check the entrance? That's weird. And that is it. So now, based on the time we have left... Yeah, let's go check out the boards and stuff.
Let's get going.
We may not do all 3 side quests, but we'll at least do what we can. So, give me a moment to... Throat. All right.
Let's see what we've got.
Receive reports of a dangerous large monster, Dither Scorpion. Okay. And the underground maintenance tunnel. There's still lingering scent, other boards. Yeah.
Let's do this.
Where's the board here? Oh, it's way in the back. Apparently there's no side quest. Okay, this board doesn't have an active side quest. So here?
Off we go.
Nope. Okay, good.
Fair.
Does that mean we only have 2 side quests?
Why don't we see...
I've run into something of an annoying problem concerning orbital net use. I'd like to consult someone who's familiar with the subject. I'll be waiting near the Main Street and Seiden district. Okay. No more scent, which means we're done with inspecting boards. If we can take care of at least one job, I'll be happy. Understood. I believe I'm qualified to help with the orbital network-related one. Oh, I'm sure you're more than qualified. Looking forward to seeing you kick ass on the keyboard.
Both of these requests certainly sound intriguing. Okay. Hopefully you don't need to turn into the Grendel for them, though.
Yeah, I don't see it.
One can only hope.
I certainly do not see it. Hey there, you the one that put the request up? Oh yes, then you must be. I believe your request was something about some trouble you've had on the orbital net. I'm hardly an expert, but I do have some knowledge on the subject. Would you mind explaining the situation? Yes, well, in short, I fell for a scam on the orbital net. One of those net scams, huh? Been a lot of that going around. Phishing is the technical term. Bad faith actors disguise themselves as legitimate sources to fool end users. With how quickly the orbital net is growing, these threats are one step ahead of common knowledge and security measures. So it falls to the users themselves to stay safe on the net, and many just don't have that awareness yet. It's still a very new thing. At any rate, I wanted to get some advice from someone more knowledgeable about these things. Will you accept my request? Gray. Yeah. Gray makes sense. Sure, we'll take it. Care to fill us in? Of course. Let's go somewhere we can talk. May I ask, why have you brought this matter to the police? Have they been able to retrieve? They may have been able to retrieve your stolen assets. Oh no, it's just well, you got your reasons. Sounds like. No worries. Yes, I ask for your utmost secrecy regarding what I'm about to tell you. Don't you worry. We take our clients' privacy very seriously here at Arkride Solutions. Well, you see, now, oh, this is just so pathetic. I can't even spit it out. Nan, stop beating around the bush. I won't know how to help if I don't know what the problem is. Screw it. So, I used my work terminal to look up some swimsuit models. Like, the hot ones. Oh, goddess almighty, just kill me. I think I understand where this is going, but please, there's no need to shout. I'm so sorry. I think I get where this is going, though. Carry on. Why did you both say that? It's weird to say that back to back. So, a few days ago, I got this message from the website. They said they had my browsing history and that I had to pay to keep it private. I didn't see anything on that site implying I needed to pay, so I just sent the Mira immediately. I couldn't bear to risk having my reputation tarnished. I thought that would be the end of it, but then another few days passed and they messaged me again. They said they wanted even more Mira this time, or they'd leak my browsing history and all my private info too. I see. That's awful. As a consultant, my reputation is paramount. I need to maintain a clean and professional image. I can't have my browsing history floating around on the net, much less my private info. I'd be done for. That's why you couldn't bring this to the police or guild? Yes, my entire career in jeopardy. Wait, my entire career in jeopardy because of one stupid mistake. Oh no, that could be right. I'm pathetic. I thought it would be is in jeopardy, but that's the thing with those scams. You just gotta ignore them. How? So it's like one or two people doing these usually. And these guys know they're full of shit, but they figure some of the victims don't. They just blast these requests out to anybody they can find, hoping that somebody falls for it. Once they get a bite, they zero in hard on anybody who replies and ignore everyone else. That's how these things work. Oh, Then I can just ignore it going forward? Nah, it ain't that easy now that you took the bait. You already gave them some myrrh already, and that let them know that you fell for it. They know you're willing to pay to keep that info secret, that you care about your rep. You're exactly the kind of guy they want. Now that they know that, they want to milk you for all you're worth. They're gonna hound you. You cut them off and they might actually leak your shit. Oh no. You're surprisingly knowledgeable about these kind of scams. Yeah, I dealt with a case like this before. Right. Anyway, those are my 2 mira. You can keep giving them your money or you can ignore them. It's your call. I can't do that, obviously. I suppose I'll just have to give in to their demands. And they're not just gonna stop. You gonna keep sending them more and more money? Ideally, we would just apprehend the criminals here. Can we really do that? I mean, can you really track down a criminal hiding on the Orbital net? Well, it would depend on how well they hide their identity, but it probably wouldn't be impossible. Really? Then please get them for me. Are you okay with that, Van? Go nuts, you're the expert here. If we can track them down, then let's go for it. Roger. All right, may I borrow the terminal they contacted you on? Here it is. I use this terminal for work. Damn, pretty cushy job if they're handing out gadgets like this. But, yeah, that was a bit easy. Is something the matter? Think about what you just did for a second. Your mobile terminal is like a collection of all your personal data, and you just handed it to me, a stranger, without a moment's hesitation. You're very lax with your data, and that can get you into trouble, especially since this doubles as your work terminal. Well, that's a good point. Now, obviously, I have no intention of stealing your data, but it helps to be more cautious on the net. It's best to store your personal info separately from your work terminal, along with anything else you don't want other people to see. That does make sense. If I may go ahead and do that real quick. I'll have this note terminal that I also use for work. That should do. There. That should be good. I'll leave the rest to you. Okay, you've still got your history on here. Good. Now if I just do a reverse search on the sender of this message. Have you found anything? Yep, I can see it all. Let's hear it. It looks like the criminal was using a mobile terminal themselves to contact you. I doubt it's a brand machine. It's most likely a cheap knockoff. These operations don't tend to be very sophisticated. And sure enough, they made absolutely no attempt to mask their identity. I can trace them right now. Are you able to find out where they are? I believe so. It might help if I explain how these network signals work. Mobile terminals transmit their own broadcast signals, but being so small, they're limited in their scope and strength. As a result, they have to pass through a server, which amplifies and distributes their information across long distances. Longer. If 2 terminals are close enough, however, it's more efficient to communicate directly with each other than to use the server as a middleman. I see. So the terminals switch signals based on distance? Yes, there are 2 different signal terminals will use, and they switch between the 2 on the fly for convenience. And because I can see this transmission came from a server, I know that the scammer was some distance away. This server gives us a general idea of where the scammer was at the time, but of course, there's no guarantee they're still there. That's where we are at this point. So we have a range, but no specifics. Not enough to sniff the guy out. But you sound like you've got something else up your sleeve. I might. Just going off his history, that's as close as I can get. But of course, we can always just contact the scammer again. And if we can get a direct link to the scammer's terminal, we'll know we're close by. So, we'll call them back and figure out where their signal's coming from. Yes, just they would need to be in direct signal range in order for us to pinpoint them. I can see that the previous message came from a Riverside server. Let's head there first. The subway station should do as a starting point. All right, gang, let's hunt down a fraudster. We'll keep you posted on what we find, okay? We'll use that note terminal you've got there. Once we find the guy, you're gonna want to haul ass over there. Of course. Thank you so much.
Time to go solve some problems.
Okay. This one's fairly interesting. Riverside Subway. Ready then? Yes, ready when you are. Alright, sending now. All we have to do now is wait. Actually, what did you write in the message? Made a point of being real vague with them. But I basically said I didn't have all the money, and asked if they'd settle for a bit less. So you made it look like you're at least willing to pay. That would compel them to reply at least. Well, it wouldn't be good for our plan if they didn't. Nothing to worry about, it looks like. I got a response on my end too. Looking at the orbital wave pattern, it's definitely a direct connection. Let me read. The reply is, no, won't budge on the price, not even a single mira. Wow. Quite avaricious they are. Okay, analysis complete. Did you locate the transmitter? I've got an address. It's west-northwest from our current location. No exact distance, though. No, but we got a line, and a whole lot of places along that line where the source is. We get to trace another line, but from a different direction, and the lines will intersect, pinpointing the exact location of our criminal. Exactly. We should try to aim for as perpendicular a point as we possibly can. Let's send our next transmission from across the river. Ooh. Doesn't that mean it's right down there? That door? Are they hanging out in the sewer? Wait. Oh, there we go. Okay, this looks good. I'll shoot another message then. Wrote, I got all the money ready. Where should I send it to this time? And sent. Wow. That's how you know they're scammers. They really need that money. Well, aren't you quick? They replied quite quickly both times. They must be quite eager to get the money. Analysis complete. I pinpoint their locations. Pinpointed. It's southwest from here, under the bridge across the river. All right then. Come on, y'all. Let's close the book on this one. Okay, so that was not exactly where I imagined. Cross there. Come on, I don't trust. I'm saving. All right, there we go. I don't want to have to redo everything I just did, so. So is that our criminal? Most likely, yes. Only one way to find out. Just a little more. Oh, did they do it? Let's see. I changed my mind. I reported this to the police. They're on to you. And should be beating down your door any second. What? No, calm down. There's no way they can find me. Gonna book it though, just to be safe. Nope, sorry. Might have worked if we didn't know exactly where you were already. You can thank my assistant here for that. Pretty talented, eh? Your security can't measure up to the one at the Institute of Science. Not even close. Wait, who are you? Don't tell me he really did sick the cops on me. We're not the police, nor are we bracers. Van here is a spriggan. If you would, please surrender. After realizing there is no way to escape, the criminal gave up on resisting. After Oslo arrived, the group began questioning the criminal. You ain't even in the big boss there. But some part-timer? That's right. After I sent the full amount to the boss, all I got was a tiny paycheck. Even that already ran out. I promise this is my first time doing this. Just because the crime was only committed one time doesn't mean you're not to blame. Lady's right, kid. That's just a lame excuse. I'm sorry. How much do you know about the organization you were working for? Nothing, I promise. I just got the orders on my phone. So, he was just a disposable pawn in this game. Well, our guy here was clearly the one blackmailing you, but he was just the lowest rung on that ladder. Just do that. Sorry to say, but it doesn't look like you'll be getting your money back. It's all right. I'd already given up on that. My biggest concern is what comes after. Yeah, that's the ticket. We got the blackmailer himself, but the blackmail material's probably still in the hands of whoever hired this kid. We didn't get to the root of the problem, so we can't guarantee they ain't gonna keep coming back for you. But this mook sure ain't gonna get us to the big boss either. Not sure there's much more we can do at this point. Oh no. What should I do then? Well... make it so it never happened? Oh, shit. Wait, how would you make it so it never happened? I honestly don't know how you could do that. They still have the info, so unless you find their boss... I'm actually honestly going to say hand it over to the police this time, because I have no idea how to approach it otherwise. And personally, I think that at this point, yeah, handing it over to the police is the way to go. Also, you looked up swimsuit models. It's not the end of the world. It can't be that bad, right? You're just human. At this point, you should hand it over to the cops. But if I do that, yeah, people are going to find out. We didn't fix the whole issue, so you don't gotta pay the full fee. Half's fine. Just to be clear, though, the cops should respect your privacy. Ain't like your clients will hear about this. How's that for a solution? I suppose it might be my best option. But don't worry about your fee. I'll pay it in full. I'm the one who made this whole mess. Alright, as for you... Talk to the cops. Tell them everything. You said it was your first time, yeah? Should probably get off with nothing but a slap on the wrist then. Let me be real with you, kid. Consider yourself lucky that this'll be the end of it. A world like this can only lead to a very, very dark future. Got it? Yes, sir. Well, that solves the case. It wasn't exactly the most satisfying solution, I'll say. You get that a lot when you're working with a spriggan, as a spriggan. This country's darkness is deep-rooted. It's too deep for anyone. Ain't no way one person or group can just clear it away. Not the bracers, and hell, not even the government. The spriggan's job is to take care of those that fall through the cracks. We ain't after fairy tale endings. Can't afford to chase those. Just gotta go for the best ones we can get without compromising our values. Okay, I think I understand. At least a little. It's dawned on me what the purpose of a spriggan's job is, and why you do it, Van. Gotcha. That's good. If you figured out that much, I'd call your training a success. Oh, well, at the end of the day, I need to eat, and that's the real reason I'm working at all. And you had to dash the nice conclusion with that sprinkle of cynicism right at the end. I mean, you gotta eat. I wouldn't work at all if I didn't need to eat. Still, I suppose that's the most spriggan-like way to tie a ribbon on it. Goodness. Unless someone actually,
Well done, everyone.
hired me to do something I care about. Ooh, it's finally. We got law-abiding spriggan. Mayor Law.
Modifying your orbment, are you?
Triangle, that's it. 9% HP EP regen each turn, and 6 CP. Okay. Huge defense. Oh. Strength stays the same, but you lose... oh, yeah, no. That was 22 defense, so... You gain move. And you gain less move. Shit. Overall, this I lose the evasion and I just gain like a CP and regen and defense and ADF'd up. It is pretty good. I kind of want to switch to it. Yeah, more so than evasion. Because if I can get CP up well boosted, then maybe, you know, I'll be like 96 CP and I couldn't do a double S-craft. But then like 2 turns in, I'll be able to get 12 CP and that might be enough. Okay, we're going with that.
Couldn't resist.
Now we just need chaos. Okay, hold on. I want to double check what that other option actually led to. Like if the quest continued and we actually found the boss instead, then I would probably reload. All right, there is no details on it. Apparently, like there's no, it didn't look like it went any farther. It's just you get more gray there by choosing that option. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to reload then. I'm fine with sending that one to the cops. Plus, we got the law to rank 3, which is necessary. Meaning now we have to get chaos to rank 3, and then we're starting a whole new long adventure to rank 4. Hopefully we get more options to do that stuff, because it really feels like we're going to run out. Okay, now
Off we go.
we're going to do this quick. Hi. Here's some foe. Exterminate it.
Deploying shards.
A chance!
I have a 0 art.
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand.
Ooh.
Keep it up. It's working.
Do I want crit up or do I want... You know what? I'm going to do this and then I'm going to double that. Why not?
Here goes. Brace yourself. Here goes.
Okay.
Brace yourself.
Okay. Do you have a stun? No. This does have a chance to freeze, which could stop him. It did not stop him. Do you have a stun? Of course you don't. I know you don't have a stun. Okay. It is really weak to wind.
Initiating drive.
Ooh.
Here I go.
Don't mind me.
Death blow's not gonna work. Let's do this.
This is it. Sonic, chase them.
Just because it looks cool.
Mr. Arkride.
All right, I do need to get his attention probably. Let's see if I can just
Make it count.
Attack their weakness with an
There we go.
skill.
Think fast. Take this.
No, you don't.
Ooh, sealed.
I won't let
This thing
chance
seems to be
slip by.
casting though, technically, so I don't know if sealing's really gonna matter.
Don't mind me.
Oh, I have 2 S boost.
Something
let's do it.
Activating skill. Boost gauge limiter removed.
I wonder if she's... No, there's no way I'm gonna get her that much. The only thing I could do to try to get an extra one...
Make it count.
Bam.
There. My sincere thanks. Activating. Boost
All right.
gauge limiter removed.
At least it's under half. And he's at 200
This'll do
now.
the trick.
And I'm gonna use these occasionally, but he'll be able to get 2 of them out probably.
Stop right there.
You'll pay for that.
Thank God Van gets to tank. And it feels like he's tanking. And he's not boosted anymore. Rip.
Guard up.
Yeah, let's give him that.
A chance.
Tyrant Storm.
This will go.
There we go. We do not. I cannot S-craft. Rip.
This'll do the trick.
Yeah, this will do a lot while it's done. right. And then
Energy output max.
I guess you can only attack. I doubt I could get this out before it gets back down. Yeah.
Activating skill.
A chance.
Oh, it's still down? Oh, shit. Well, I have Tyrant Storm.
All you on, yes.
And it's back up. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just going to move her over here, do this.
Initiating drive.
Ooh, got him. He is so dead.
I won't let this chance slip by. Energy output max.
Side attack bonus?
Activating skill.
Target locked.
Oh, it's alive.
Here's our chance.
Side
This'll do
bonus?
the trick.
From Van's side. There we go.
Optical cannon.
All right. Easy. Revelation.
Well done, everyone.
Mirror deposit confirmed.
Did we get our extra free time day now? Oh, Law Gray. Okay. There we go. So now in the next episode, I'm definitely. Oh, Dingo's max. We're gonna see Dingo's but reload. So we're definitely keeping this one then. Yeah, I mean we're doing all of them, but we're keeping these three. Dropping Dingo. We have to watch a movie, so yeah, I might as well end right there. We have to watch 2 movies actually, 3 free time events, 4 free time events, and then
Thank you for your visit today.
there are some main story things that I left off the list that I probably could have just done here, because it seems like, you know, we have to do all of them. We have to go get that book, and we also have to 600? Damn. We have to get that book, and we have to go to Bermati's, so we'll probably be able to get all of that and move on with story in the next episode. We'll see. But thanks for watching. Let me know if you like it, and I will see you in the next one.
You have a ticket. Please.
Thank you.